sixth graders. Today we're going to be looking at how to compare percents, decimals, and fractions. So we're going to be looking at which one's greater, which one's less, and how do we actually do that method of comparing them. So by the end of the lesson today, you should be able to convert to one form and then be able to determine which one is greater or which one is less. So when we're comparing, we want to make sure that all the things that we have are in the same form. So let's say that I have a question and it asks me which is greater. And then it gives me two things, 3/20 or 16%. Okay, well, when I first look at this, it's really hard to decide which one is greater because they're in two different forms. One is a percentage and the other is a fraction. So we're going to use what we learned in previous lessons to create common items or common numbers. So we're going to look at 3/20 or 16%. Okay, I don't like reducing fractions, right? So if I did this, if I made this into a fraction, it would be 16 over 100, and then I'd have to reduce it down, and that takes way too long. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 3/20 and I'm going to make it out of 100. And then I'm going to compare. So 20 times 5 gets me to 100. 3 times 5 gets me to 15. So this 15 over 100 equals 15%. Now, when I compare 15% compared to 16%, I know that 15% is less than 16%. So 16% is greater. Because it has a bigger percentage. So I had to create a fraction into a percentage in order to be able to compare them. Again, I'm using my skills of being able to put my denominator out of 100. Okay, let's do another one. Let's say that I have 79% or 8/100. Okay, so now I can choose to create decimals or fractions or percentages. It's my choice. It's my preference of what I want. Well, I know when I read this number right here, I read this as 8/100. And I know that 79 out of 100, because that percent sign literally means out of 100. So 79 out of 100. I can compare these two things, and I know that the bigger one, when I compare these, the bigger one, the one that's greater, is 79 over 100. I would rather have 79 pennies than 8 pennies, right? So 79% is greater. 79% is greater. Okay, so what if I had one that looked like this one? Okay, now they want us to compare Okay, so I have 1700ths or 0.42. Okay, well, I know that 17 over 100, I can convert this to be 1700ths. And 1700ths compared to 4200ths, because remember, tenths, hundredths, we can look at this and we know that I would rather have 42 cents than 17 cents. So 42 hundredths is greater than 17 hundredths. All right, it is your turn for a try it. So try it. Try it number 1. Which one is greater, 25% or 7/25? Which is greater? And then number 2, which is greater, 0.49 or 49 hundredths or 94%? Which one is greater? So right now you're going to go ahead and hit pause so you don't hear me telling you how to do this, and then come back and check your answers. All right. This one's already as a percentage, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a fraction out of 100. So 7/25, I know I can get to 100 by multiplying by 4. And 7 times 4 gives me 28. Well, 28 hundredths is 28%. So 28% is bigger than 25%. So which one is greater? We could say 25% is less than 7/25. This one is bigger. Okay, let's look at this one. We can make this into a percentage, or I can turn these both into fractions, my choice. So 94% is the same as 94 over 100, and 49 or 49 hundredths, which one is greater? This one, 94% is greater. All right, 6th graders, go ahead and put your rating out to the side. Answer your essential question. How do we compare percents, decimals, and fractions? What do we need to do to compare them? And then put your rating into the box. All right, 6th graders, as always, I appreciate all of your hard work and determination. Please stop by the Google Meet, ask for some extra help if you need it, or make it a great day the Cougar way.